That's all right. Check it out. We'll do that. Who cares? I guess you can hear what's going on, people. I'm doing this. That's crazy, right? How that happened. So check this out.
Sirius XM. Chill.
Can't believe that this thing happened that way. Let's see here if I can remedy the situation. I did not mean to go live in this way. But who cares, right? We're getting the intel out. You see what's on the screen, people. It's man, just like it's hard to explain what's going on. I couldn't go live a second ago. It did this. I'm like, okay, we're good with that. Now, let's see if I can do this right. Oh, this is it. The sticker that is. I'm trying to remedy this camera situation right now. How do I even do that? Go to chat. Let's see on the camera. How do I do this? What is this now? Okay, great. I got it. Well, make a comment if you can, people. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's see. Somebody give me a sign, throw up a flag, smoke signal, something, pop off a flare. Let me know what's going on with this thing. I think it's live. I think I hit the camera off and made it like that. I'm having a hard time with what I set up on this live. That's all. And I don't know if it's actually what it's doing. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure it out. Anybody in the room here? Anybody paying attention? It must be live. Yeah, it says live in the room. Okay, so check this out, people. You could be the strong silent type. I could have used just some kind of a heads up. Let me know the audio is good. Let me know that mainly that this thing's working on the screen. But they changed it to make this thread look like it's about Russia. Okay, because he wasn't supposed to talk. All right. Let me get into the notes here on this other thing here. Yeah, all right. So the House Intel Chairman Mike Turner, he's a representative from Ohio, was warning of a national security threat, okay? And they want to change it and make it like it's some type of, oh, well, Russia wants to have nukes in space. But see, I'm requesting President Biden to declassify. So it hadn't been declassified. So how, if it hadn't been declassified, how could they have said that it was a threat about Russian wanting nukes in space? You see what I'm saying? So that video is garbage. Basically, this is something that they said made all of their faces turn white when they heard about it. There's a lot going on right now. We're fixing to have, on April the 8th, a eclipse of the moon that comes across the U.S. and it's it would be a heck of a time. What this garbage is, it would be a heck of a time at that point to have an attack, right? I don't know that this is actually working. I'm hoping it is. Let me see how to do this. And it's saying live 511. Okay, so I guess it is live. So check this out, people. So they set out this cryptic message, and now they're saying it's about this. This was just them backtracking and trying to come up with a reason, like it's no big deal. And some people said, oh, it's just so we can get funding or whatever. No. Okay. We just decided that, or at least Texas did, that they are going to, I think they know what's going on. They are building an 80-acre Texas National Guard fort, basically, on the edge of Mexico. Now these are people that have been walking in. The real danger's in the U.S., but the thing is, why all of a sudden now would they be building a fort if there's not a danger? So I had a vision on this mess, and I'm like, I don't even want to tell you what I saw, but it's something's going to pop off, whether it's a false flag or whether it's something. And I'm telling you, let's just say this much: the complete eclipse of the moon, that is the perfect time for an enemy to attack us, because it's the same reason that we did not actually have the upper hand when we tried to attack Cuba at Guantanamo Bay, at the Bay of Pigs, okay, basically. Because Bay of Pigs happened in Cuba. Carter sent them in, and they were supposed to do it, but the weather didn't permit, and then they did it on a full moon, and they were visible, completely visible. You see, people, that's why you would want to attack where there's an overcast night, where there's less light. And they learned the same thing storming the beach at Normandy, but evidently didn't remember it when Carter, but actually Carter had them to go in a different night. They changed the date, it got messed up, and it was a full moon and everybody was seen. So in the middle of the day, when there's no sunlight, because of an eclipse of the moon, and now granted it's only 4 minutes long, but they can do a lot of mess in 4 minutes. It's a distraction that takes their eye off national security. And the worst part is this. The worst part of all of it, they already have 100 Russians came in. I don't know if you want to break them into squads of 7 or not, Spetsnaz groups, but I'm just saying, man, in 4 minutes, a lot can be done. And the exact time that it's going to happen on April 8th would be at 1:27 p.m. because that's when the Eagle Pass area of Texas will be affected by the total eclipse. And they've already, for some reason, even though when we had total eclipse of the sun, that even Trump went out and watched it. He watched it with goggles on, you know, the light filtered lenses, okay, little paper ones, whatever, that they sell or whatever, for looking at, if you really want to look at the eclipse of the sun, to protect your eyes because it's so bright. I'd be wearing welder's goggles. But the point is, him and Melania and his son Barron was out there watching the eclipse like it's no big deal. But yet they've closed already, said ahead of time, they're closing, I think they said 10 states were doing this, closing schools because of an eclipse. Now here's the thing. In Lahaina, when the fires happened, they closed all the schools. They also turned off the water. They did a lot of things. It seems to all line up. Something's going to happen. They don't want people rushing to schools to get their kids, and there'd be a a disaster with that. So I guess parents are going to be off work or figuring that out, and then whatever will happen will happen. But the thing is, Putin has already promised that he was going to, if any of the missiles that we have were to attack inside of Russia, he was going to hit specific targets of the heads of our government. That could have been what turned them all white when they saw the report. And he said that he would not attack where the missiles came from, but attack those places. Ukraine used the missiles that have range to hit Russia, and they hit Russia. And it hit, I believe it was Belgorod. Forgive me if I don't know the name of the city, but I believe it was right. And it killed a bunch of civilians. I don't know how many, but it busted out a bunch of windows. Alex Jones talked about that too. He said it was a vampire missile battery. That's the name of them. We got problems because they could have actually just gotten a warning straight from Russia going, oh, by the way, you're going to get hit. That could have been what it was. That absolutely could have been what it was. Something was raining down in the vision I saw, and it was not good, and there's nothing we can do about it. It might be a good idea to plan to go fishing, to take a day off, to do whatever you got to do on April 8th. That's just my opinion of it. It's just an opinion. Okay. But 8 days ago is when they announced that there was a national security threat that was so dire that they wanted to have it declassified. But then all of a sudden, it ain't been declassified, but seconds later, they're like, oh, it's about Russia wants to put nuclear missiles in space, not to hit us, but to hit some space stuff, just satellites. That's not something to make that guy break his promise to not talk and go up there and talk about it and saying the people should know about this. So I'm not going to be as cryptic as they are. I'm just going to tell you 1 and 1 equals 2, right, people? So I'm not going to be long on this thing. You make a comment if you want to. I hope this thing did go live. I hope it worked out. And if not, whatever. I'll do another one later. Just know that there's something popping off. At least one person wanted you to know about it. And he got up there and talked, and then they even said they can't believe he talked about it. And then they wanted to change the story to fit a different narrative. But he already said if any of those missiles hit anywhere inside Russia, that and that's why it was supposed to be a thing where we weren't supposed to give them anything that even could hit Russia. Then we decided to do that, and now it did. And so I think we're just waiting, and it seems odd that they're closing the schools on that day when most times kids would go out. They even used to put it on local news. Oh, look, the kids are out looking at this thing, and they would put a video up of it on the internet for people that couldn't see it and this kind of thing, of the eclipse of the sun. So, and it does have some significance in the Hebrew calendar, not so much. It's a minor holiday. It's the start of a new moon cycle and moon month. It's written in the Bible also that they should celebrate that, and they used to more. Now they don't so much. Now normally women get together and talk about issues and stuff on that day. But that's going to be, they call it the 16th of Nisan, and their year for it is 5784, and it's Rosh Chodesh. You can look that up. But we're building a 80-acre facility, basically a base on the Texas border, after everybody's already in the country. I don't think it's got anything to do with what's happened already. I think it's what's got, I think it has to do with what I saw and what's going to happen. So I would be On April the 8th, I'd be chilling somewhere. God bless you, people. I'm going to get off this thing. I'm out. Peace.